Hi, I'm Kritika. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
So, how are you?
good.
Okay, yeah, great meeting you. And congratulations. You have successfully made someone question if you are extremely mysterious, extremely angry, or just waiting for this conversation to end. Now imagine this person is actually amazing at their work. They are talented, they are hardworking, they have years of experience. But the only thing people experienced in those first few seconds was their presence. And that's the interesting thing about human behavior. Before people understand your skills, your achievements, or your knowledge, they first experience you. And that's why the first impression matters the most. Because those first few seconds become the foundation of your future interactions. Hello everyone, I am your host and coach Medha Rikhi and welcome back to Winspark. At Winspark, we help working professionals speak with confidence, communicate with clarity, negotiate without self-doubt and unlock the leader that already exists inside them. And today we are going to talk about something that impacts every professional interaction, how to make a great first impression. Now, when you meet someone for the first time, their brain is subconsciously trying to answer two questions about you. The first question is, can I trust this person? And the second question is, can I rely on this person? The first one is about warmth. Warmth is about your likability, your openness, and whether people feel comfortable around you. The second one is about competence. Competence is about your ability, your confidence, and whether people feel they can depend on you. And people who create a powerful presence are usually able to communicate both these things very quickly. You can trust me, you can rely on me. Now, the interesting part is that people are not actually measuring your warmth or real competence in those first few seconds. They are measuring your perceived warmth and competence. Meaning, they are judging based on those signals you are giving them. And these signals are what we call cues. Now, there are four major ways through which we can send these cues. The first one is obviously our words. The words we use tell people about our thoughts, but they also tell people about our personality. For example, there is a difference between saying, send me the report, and saying, hey, whenever you get a chance, could you please share those reports with me? Both sentences communicate the same thing, but the second one feels warmer. The second channel is something we often underestimate, our non-verbal communication. Our body language, our facial expressions, our gestures. Because even when we are not speaking, our body is still communicating. The third channel is our voice. The way we say something matters just as much as what we say. Our tone, our pace, our energy. All of this creates an impression. For example, if I say, hey, I'm really happy to see you, but my face looks completely uninterested, you will probably trust my expressions more than my words. Because humans are naturally very good at noticing whether someone's words and signals match. And the final channel is something many people don't think about, our surroundings and appearance. The clothes we wear, the clothes we choose, our workspace, even our profile picture. And these things send small signals about us. Now, these cues can broadly create two kinds of reactions. They can either create connection and openness, or they can create distance and discomfort. And the interesting thing is, people usually respond to the energy and signals they receive. If you make someone feel comfortable, they naturally become more open towards you. Now, let's talk about some simple cues that can immediately improve your first impression. One very interesting cue is something called a micro-expression. Think about when you see someone you genuinely like. Your eyes slightly widen, your eyebrows lift, your face naturally becomes more open. This tiny expression tells the other person that I am happy to see you, I am interested in this interaction, and that immediately creates warmth. Another thing that plays an important role is touch. Now, of course, touch depends a lot on culture and comfort level, but things like a handshake, a high five, or even a simple friendly gesture can create a sense of connection. The important thing is to always respect the other person's comfort. If they are not comfortable with a high five or a cheek kiss, then don't do it. Now let's talk about something very simple but very powerful, your hands. You have noticed that when people speak confidently, they usually use their hands. That's because visible hands signal openness. When someone can see your palms, it subconsciously communicates, I have nothing to hide. Even small gestures like good morning, come in, great to see you, with an open palm can make you appear much more approachable. Now another important cue is eye contact. Eye contact tells people I'm present with you. It shows confidence and interest. But remember, good eye contact is not about staring at someone. It's about creating moments of connection. Look at them for a while, then you can look around and while thinking and talking and then come back to them. Like, no, and then come back to them. Look at someone when you are making an important point. Look at them when they are speaking. That small habit can completely change how people experience you. Now let's talk about another very important thing, and that is fronting. Fronting simply means positioning your body towards the person you are speaking with. Your face, your shoulders and feet are pointing towards them. It sends a simple message, I am engaged in this conversation. I am open. Now there is one cue that kills any momentum, any charisma, any warmth, any competence, and that is blocking. A very common example is crossing your arms. Yes, I understand it feels very comfortable, but sometimes it unintentionally sends a signal that you are closed off or defensive. Research also tells the longer I cross my arms, the more close-minded my own thinking becomes. Whereas anti-blocking or not blocking your torso is a way of signaling that I literally want to open up to you. Now, one question I get asked a lot is, what about nervousness? Because before meeting someone new, going for an interview, giving a presentation, almost everyone feels nervous. And the biggest mistake we make is thinking nervousness means something is wrong. It doesn't. Usually, nervousness simply means you care. The goal is not to become a person who never feels nervous. The goal is to not let nervousness control how you show up. One simple trick is to shift your focus. Instead of constantly thinking, how am I looking? Am I performing well? Ask yourself, how can I make this other person comfortable? Because confidence is not about being perfect. Sometimes being genuine and showing a little vulnerability actually makes people trust you more. So don't try to change everything overnight. Start with one small thing. Maybe focus on your eye contact, maybe focus on your posture, maybe focus on your tone. Practice it slowly and eventually it will become natural. Because making a great first impression is not about pretending to be someone else. It is about communicating the best version of yourself. At the end of the day, people may forget your exact words, but they remember how you made them feel. That's it for the day. If you liked this video, let us know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.